All right, thank you for joining. Today we'll go over PNUT USDT based on a request I received in the comments of my previous videos. Yeah, as you can see here, this project pretty much looks like it's dead, right? Ever since it launched, it's just been making lower highs and lower lows. It seemed to have found a bottom at around, let's see here, 13 cents. So it did trade below 13 cents just for a little bit before reclaiming it and impulsing higher, where it met its first resistance level of around 46 cents before once again selling off and creating lower lows and lower highs until right now it is currently trading or holding the 21 cents support zone, right? Which in fact, as you can see here, this is pretty much just a support resistance, which has been holding quite well actually, right? So SR flip, this was pretty nice resistance area here. You know, we could draw it all the way across just to see how it's reacted, and it has reacted quite well, right, in the past, and it's been respected for the most part. So yeah, I mean, as of right now, if you are on the sidelines with this project, not a bad idea. If you want to go long, you definitely want to go long in this demand zone here, which ranges between 18 cents to 19 cents, and then you just hold it and hope for another push to the upside to retest the 46 cents level, which is a pretty big gain, right? 119%. I would just be playing this level non-stop. You can see here this major low, which happened on January 24th. It's never been swept again, but the lows that came in afterwards have been swept, right? So liquidity has been grabbed from these lows. So if I was to go ahead and let's just clone this really quick, excuse me, then you can see here with this low, if you were to wait until it came back down and swept the liquidity of this low, which is very important, right? Because that was the last low before this major push to the upside, right? And that push yielded a 75% gain to the upside. So it came back down, swept that low, pulled some liquidity, stopped out some orders before impulsing a little bit higher, taking these highs as well before running into this resistance, as you can see here. And now it's sold off again, tested a low one more time. So yeah, in my opinion, I would just wait for, as you can see here, wait for another retest of this area. Might not get it because he had a pretty decent 12-hour push from this low right here, right? So this is a local, more local support zone, right? All right, so last area before you had a nice push to the upside. Some people might have even, you know, classed this entire zone here as your demand zone, which you can. As you can see, price wicked into this level a few times before moving to the upside. But in my opinion, I would wait. If you want to try to get a better sniper entry, I would wait until these lows are swept, price to come back down, sweep those lows, hit this demand zone, start to reclaim this level, and then enter somewhere around there, right? So where it is right now, it's not too far off, so you can technically enter along. If you are aggressive, place your stops below. Right here would be nice, but that's a 10% stop loss. Yeah, 6% stop loss. I mean, manage your position size, place your stop right below there, in my opinion. And then, yeah, you would just aim for at least these highs. Comes in around 28 cents, which gives you a 3-to-1 risk reward. You know, 3R risk reward, not too bad. Not the best, but not too bad. And if you just want to keep holding it to aim for higher levels, you can. If you aim for this level here, you're looking at now a 6R trade, holding it to 34 cents. And then if you were to hold it until the last pretty significant high, that is a 12-hour trade, risking not that much, right? But manage your position size. It is at support locally. I would be more comfortable waiting for it to retest this box again if it can, which once again comes in at around, let's just say 20 cents, right? If you get a 20-cent entry, not too bad there. You can hold it and just wait for a potential 118% move to the upside. Might take some time though, right? Because as you can see, from when it hits that demand zone until it makes a pretty decent pivot, it's about a 1 or 2 month range. So yeah, if you're in for the long run with the market getting pretty bullish, definitely a decent size to start adding to some longs. And if you want to be more careful, place your stops below 17 cents. If price starts to trade below 17 cents, I would just get out, because more than likely it will start to target the 13-cent range. But yeah, you don't want not too much to really go over with this project. Let's go ahead and just see what's happening if we were to pull a fixed range volume profile tool. Let's just do it from this entire range here. So with that being said, yeah, I don't really like that. If you look at this, you're basically kind of expecting it. If you only trade off fixed range volume profiles, you'd be expecting it to make another low all the way down to 14 cents, where the value area low of this lower range is, because it just keeps getting rejected off the value area high. But if we go to the last major impulse, we actually once again tested that value area low quite some times actually. And as a matter of fact, if we go ahead and put that back on, you'll see the value area low of this current range is lining up right with the demand zone, right? So that even adds to what I was saying before. I would be a lot more comfortable just waiting for 20 cents. Maybe place some buy orders with your stops below at 18 cents, and just waiting, just holding for a few months and target the value area high, which comes in at 31 cents. So that would be my trade plan, just like so. All right, let's see what these look like. Yeah, so that would be my plan. Aiming for a 56% gain to the upside, and just managing your position size and staying patient. 20 cents entry, 18 cents stop loss, sell order 31 cents. End of story. That's pretty much it with PNUT. Thank you for joining. Like and subscribe. Remember to follow me on X, where I make some updates, and leave a comment below with any projects you'd like to see me chart. Just like how I charted PNUT here. This is just because somebody left a comment in the previous video of a chart they would like to see. So yes, I do eventually get around to doing it. So yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you for joining. Take care.